We're going in depth tonight about a crime up in the western North Carolina mountains. Troopers there in North Carolina say they've never seen anything like this in the area. They say a man was pretending to be one of their own, and they've dubbed him the Blue Light Bandit. He was impersonating troopers and trying to pull people over in Rutherford County. Now, James Douglas Miller from Charlotte was actually arrested last week, but we want to know what we could do to protect ourselves in case we're ever in a situation we might question the person pulling us over.
Right, very scary when you think about it. Fox Carolina's Matt Kaufax in Asheville all day for us today, listening to people's concerns and asking Highway Patrol what you need to know. He joins us live with what he found out.
Yeah, well, Tori, Cody, the good news here is that officers tell me that Miller is in jail, and they also say that this appears to be an isolated incident, so hopefully things will not progress any further, get any worse. I asked Master Trooper Rico Stevens what you can do if you see blue lights in that rear view and if you are pulled over. He said that there are plenty of things that you can do and also to look for to make sure that the person who comes up to your car is who they claim to be. Now, Stevens says they take incidents like this very seriously because they know that someone doing this can undermine them as an agency, doing what 52-year-old James Douglas Miller did. He says he hopes that that man's case remains unique, but they are doing everything they can to make sure it stays that way. Residents we spoke to say that they'd be afraid to pull over at all if they knew someone like Miller was still on the loose. Thankfully, that's not the case here. But Stevens says if you know what you're looking for, you should be able to differentiate the real thing from an imposter.
It's a real officer. First, I'd start with the vehicle. They're going to have the necessary gear in there for sirens, blue lights. When they approach, they're going to have on some type of uniform identifying their agency, such as the way I'm dressed right now. And if they're plain clothes, they should have a badge maybe clipped onto their belt.
He says if you're in North Carolina, you can dial star HP, which is also star 47. That will get you set up with Highway Patrol, who can verify their officer's identity. If it's not Highway Patrol, simply call 911 local dispatch. He says also that if you are in your car and you inform an officer that you're on the phone trying to get, validity of who they are and all that, you ask them their name, their badge number, he says they'll be happy to oblige. He says he'll never fault you for taking extra steps, maybe driving a little bit longer into a well-lit area with your hazards on, just in case you have that gut feeling. They are here to make sure you feel safe. And as far as the case of the Blue Light Bandit goes, there's still a lot that we cannot discuss tonight because it's an ongoing investigation, such as what kind of vehicle was Miller using? Did it look like one of those Highway Patrol vehicles you saw in the story? And what he may have been after, what he may have been trying to do to the folks that he might have successfully pulled over. Still a lot of unknowns. We're going to continue to dig in for this, to this for you at home. In Asheville tonight, Matt Kaufax, Fox Carolina, the 11 o'clock news.